So now that I have explained you what does option premium consist of, intrinsic value and time value, now we focus our discussion on calculating the no arbitrage premium. Now, please take a note of this. I made you realize that there are thousands of option contracts for a particular underlying floating in the market with different exercise price, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 30, 40, whatever it is. The process which we are discussing here right now is exactly the same process will be following for each and every contract. What I'm making you realize is that this process of calculating the no arbitrage premium is for a particular contract. Are you getting it? Let's say if the particular contract has an exercise price of $65, the process which we are going to follow here is going to be for that particular contract. You'll follow the same process, but for a different contract with different excess price. Please take a note of this. Ready? Yeah. So yeah, how do you calculate the no arbitrage price? If you recall our conversation when we did forward contract, you recall we created a hedge portfolio and we compared that with the risk-free asset. Do you guys recall that? Hello? Sorry, I'm not looking at the screen. You'll have to say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Well, I hope you remember this because we are going to follow the same thing when it comes to options. You see, we are going to create the portfolio such that both these portfolio, replicated portfolio number 1 and then portfolio number 2, and we're going to create both these portfolios and we're going to say that, hey, you know what, they have the same payoff. Why they have the same payoff? That is why they equal to sign. And then we say, hey, if the payoff is same, then the price should also be the same. If you're not able to recall all these things, remember when I said oranges, santra, whether it is the Delhi market or whether it is the Mumbai market, it doesn't matter. If Delhi is selling oranges at 50 rupees, if Delhi is selling oranges at 50 rupees and Mumbai is selling oranges at 60 rupees, what would you do, guys? Kanchi and Kevin? Tell me. Kanchi, what would you do? Oranges, 50 rupees in Delhi, 60 rupees in Mumbai. What would you do looking at this opportunity?
Sir, I'll buy
I would
in
buy in
Delhi
Delhi and sell in
and
Mumbai.
Yeah, you buy in
take a
Delhi.
flight. That's
Yeah,
also an ensure.
okay, fair enough. I get your point. You're considering the transportation cost. I get your point. Let's say you ignore the transportation cost. Can I say you will buy at 50 and sell at 60? Why? Peel the layers of your thought. Why would you do that? Because you realize that whether it is Delhi or Mumbai, you see oranges are oranges. They would have the same nutrition no matter what is the market. Do you agree? And if the nutrition are same, you say that the price should also be the same. And if the price is not same, there is arbitrage. You buy cheap and you sell expensive. Make sense? That's the same analogy we are doing here. We are creating portfolios and we are trying to say if they have the same payoff, they should have the same price, and if the prices are not same, we will use these very same portfolios to make an arbitrage strategy. Make sense? I mean, you bought oranges and you sold oranges, or did you buy oranges and sold pineapple? The price difference was because of oranges, pertaining to the oranges. So the strategy was to make profit. The strategy to make profit was you bought oranges and you sold oranges. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So if the prices of, I'll use orange purple color, if the prices of the portfolio 1 and 2 have the same payoff but the prices are different, can I say you'll buy the cheaper portfolio and sell the expensive portfolio? That's right.
Yes.
There is your strategy. All we now need to do in the context of option is create those portfolios. Shall we?
Yes, sir.
Guys, we have been doing this all along, whether it was forward contract, no arbitrage price, FRA, no arbitrage forward rate, IRS, swap rate, or for that matter, interest rate futures. We are now applying the same thing over here in case of options. So yeah, brace for it. Those two portfolios which we are creating, which will have the same payoff, are basically you go long call plus you invest in a risk-free asset. Think of it as a fixed deposit of State Bank of India, or think of it as a government bond. Okay, Indian government bond. So this is portfolio number 1. And then there is portfolio number 2. What would you do over here? In this case, you go long put plus the long underlying asset, in the spot market. So you need to understand, when you go long call, you go in the option market. And when you invest in risk-free asset, you're basically going into the bond market, or the fixed income market, okay? And you invest there. These are the two portfolios. These are the two things which portfolio consists of. And then portfolio number 2, you go long put in the option market, and simultaneously you purchase the underlying asset from the spot market. Are you getting this? Are you with me? All these things you're doing on day 1, okay? I'm just going to name these portfolios. These portfolios are called fiduciary call and protective put. Now, interestingly, you will realize, or you'd come to know that the payoff of both these portfolios are equal to each other. Payoff on expiry day. Oh yeah, no matter whether the spot price increases or decreases, in either of the situation, payoff of both these portfolios is equal to each other. And just because the nutritions are same, the payoff is same, we say that the price of these portfolios should be equal to each other. Meaning, to get into the long call on day 1, remember, I have to pay the premium. That is denoted as C, small c. I am using the notations which are in your book so that you do not get confused. C, small c, represents the premium, the price of the long call. Plus, can I say, if you are investing in the risk-free asset, you will invest the present value of the exercise price. Of course, because in future you will get the exercise price. So this LHS should be equal to the put option premium, denoted as small p, plus the spot price today. And once you get this, remember we are talking about the no arbitrage premium. It becomes very easy, people. You take this equation, and then I will write that, therefore, I am trying to find out the no arbitrage premium for call option. So therefore, C is equal to, I'm just using algebra, P plus S0 minus present value of X. That's how I get the call option premium using this approach. Are you getting it? So I'm just summarizing it for you. I am created two portfolio, which is fiduciary call and protective put. What does this portfolio consist of? Well, fiduciary call consists of long call and you invest in risk-free asset, and protective put, you invest in long put and invest in long underlying asset. Now, turns out these both portfolios will have the same payoff, and if the payoff is same, the price is same. I gave you the notation of the price, and from that, once you figure it out, you can easily calculate. The price of the call option premium, or change the algebra. You can calculate the price of the put option. That's pretty much how you go about it to calculate the no arbitrage premium. Any questions? And yeah, one last thing. You see, this long call or long put or the underlying, there is an assumption that they all have the same exercise price. Whether it is a call option contract or the put option contract, they have the same expiry date, and they have the same underlying, whether it is a call option contract or the put option contract. That's basically the assumption we are making. So given these assumptions, the payoff is the same, so the price also has to be the same. Yeah, I rest my explanation over here. Don't worry, there are numerical questions, but yeah. Any questions? Wait. Sorry. Can you repeat your question?
Can you tell what P, SO, and C is again?
P is the put option premium, noted as P. S0 is the spot price as on today, and C is the call option premium. Let's say it's $5, but the notation is small c. What I'm making you realize is, or what I'm trying to tell, is that I'm telling you, by the way, I don't care what the book says. What I'm trying to tell you is that this, let's say, is $50, then this also would be $50. If it is not equal to each other, then there is arbitrage. That's what I'm trying to say. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Others? Sorry?
सर ये प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ एक्स प्राइस है पीवी ऑफ एक्स वो एक बार समझो ना फॉर्मूला वापस से
Present value of excess price.
Yes,
Why
sir.
why did I invest present value of excess price? Let's say excess price is 45. I have invested present value of excess price on risk free assets. So okay, fair enough. I heard you. Anybody else? Like, then I'll just kind of, I'll answer any other questions together. Since you guys don't have questions, I have questions, and I already told you the rules, right? In fact, I'll also take Jatin on my side because Jatin also had a question. In fact, Jatin question can snowball into a lot of questions. Here's what Jatin asked. Why are we taking present value of exercise price and investing that in risk-free asset? The broader question what Jatin probably wanted to ask is that, hey, why the hell are you combining long call with investing in risk-free asset? I mean, why can't you have long call and long put together in the same portfolio? Or why can't you go long call and long underlying asset? Why the portfolio is long call plus investing in risk-free asset? Why is that combination? Or for that matter, the other question, put it in a similar way, why it is long put plus long underlying asset? Why not, are you getting my point? Like, the question is how, I'm writing on the top, how the portfolios got created. Just because it is written in the book, you'll take it on the face value or what? Huh? If you open the book, it's written right over there. Hey, fiduciary call, this is the combination. Protective put, this is the combination. You're just going to take it on the face value, or you're just going to apply your own self? Because books can also make mistakes. I told you, right? Squarezer had a couple of mistakes in fixed income. Oh shit, I shouldn't be saying the name. It's getting recorded. But who cares? Focus here. Oh, I have another question. You guys didn't ask, I'm asking. Why is there a rule? The rule of same exercise price, same expiry, and the same underlying. Why is there a rule like that? Oh, wait a minute. I also have another question. And yeah, why it is present value of X? What Jatin said. So I'll give that due credit to Jatin. Jatin bhai, respect in risk-free asset. I don't know if you should have this question. I don't know if I mentioned about it, but again, why or how can you say that both these portfolios have the same payoff? I mean, prove it, bro. I'm not going to let you go easily. Why do they have the same payoff? So these are the questions I have. Since you didn't ask, I'm asking. As usual, please oblige and answer. अच्छा सच सच बताओ. Now that I've penned it down for you, now does it occur to you that you probably had these questions when I was explaining it to you? Maybe along the journey it kind of, got out of your mind. Did that happen? अरे बहाना दे रहा हूँ यार, क्या कर रहे हो? अच्छा, do you agree that these are the questions worth discussing or not?
Yes, sir.
हाँ कांची, Aditi and
Yes, sir.
Vasudev.
Yes, sir.
अरे अटेंडेंस नहीं ले रहा हूँ. Do you agree with these questions at least? चलो ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
So if you agree with these questions, let's talk about it one at a time, shall we?